mama no biko ya mara nwoke mma mara nwaanyị mma. Ụbọchị tata bụ ụbọchị eke. Ọ ya mara anyị mma n'eke. Ihe ọma ya emere anyị n'eke. Anyị gboo n'aka nri anyị egbute ife ọma, anyị gboo n'aka ekpe anyị egbute ife ọma. Ma ọpụpụ ma mbata anyị ga-abụ ihe ọma ya akpọ anyị iru. Ihe ọbụla bụ ihe ọjọọ anya ha afụdo azụ anyị. Ihe ọjọọ na-eme n'iru ya nọrọ n'azụ, ọ na-eme n'azụ ya nọrọ n'iru, ọ na-emekwa n'iru n'azụ ya nọrọ n'etiti. Ọ chọrọkwa anyị bata n'etiti ahụ ebe ahụ anyị na ya etido n'elu na ọwụ nwa ugo ka anyị bụ. Egbe na ugo ada azụ ofu afịa. This is what we have been crying since. The Fulanis now is on the verge of losing their grip in the in the northern part of the country. It is now clear and very, very clear that the northerners have woke up from their sleeping slumber and telling these Fulanis that they don't want them anymore, that they should go. From 1860, 1870, 1880, and the rest of them is when the so-called Fulanis entered Nigeria through Mali, Burkina Faso, all these countries in the Western Sahel to occupy the lands. And the problem, the mistake that the Northerners make that time is to welcome them, but not knowing that the people that they welcome is a wicked guest. Fulanis are wicked guests. They are nothing but a nomadic herdsmen who patrol from one end to the other end. Their so-called godfather, what did I call him? The general father, their ancestor, which is Osman Dan Fodio, who vowed that as they conquered the north, that they must surely conquer the south, because the south is the estate of their great-great-grandparents. It is laughable. Anyway, the truth there now is that the Hausas are waking up now to join. This is, to join the Biafrans to agitate for the disintegration of Nigeria, that everybody should go back to their home. What we have in Nigeria is south, north, southwest, okay, you can call it middle belt, the southeast, and the north. In the history of the rulers of this country, starting from the day that the Hausas, the Fulanis entered the Hausa land, you can agree with me that no any single Hausa have ever ruled Nigeria. All their prominent men have been desecrated and fired and sent to their early grave by this wicked guest that they accepted. I could remember in those days when we live in the north, when we see Fulanis, when they say their cows finish, they enter market to buy things. If you call them a Fulani, Hausa man close to you will fight you. They will tell you this one is Hausa Fulani, that they are their brothers. But now they are woken up from their sleeping slumber to know that the people that they welcome, they are nothing but animals. They are nothing but people, marauding themselves as human beings, but they are nothing but animals in sheep clothing. I tell you the simple truth. If you go and read the history of Nigeria, the history of the Northerners, and the history of Fulanis, anywhere they enter, they want to conquer. They want to take over the land. In the middle of the night, when others are sleeping, they don't sleep. That is why you see what is happening in Plateau and Benue. Their modus operandi is when people are sleeping, when you don't even have anything in your mind, when you are not even prepared for any attack, is when they will invade your land and destroy everything, including human beings. And once they destroy, they take over that place. And that's exactly what they did to the Northerners. Now, the few outside that remains are woken up from their sleeping slumber and said, we don't want anymore. How can you be a dangerous visitor who came to my land? We accepted you. We house you. We clothed you. We provide things that even your own people cannot provide for you. At the end of the day, what you used to pay them back is evil. If you could remember, if you go and read the history of these people called Fulanis, Osman Dan Fodio vowed that he must conquer the south. They said they must conquer the south, which is the southeasterners. And once that is done, they will dip their Quran in River Niger and raise it up. That means that Nigeria have been Islamized. That there's nothing, no any other religion that will exist in Nigeria if not Islamic. If my memory can sound me right. And you can fact check me if I'm wrong. But that is the simple truth. My happiness today is that what Martin Nnamdi Kanu have been crying all this while, all these years, is now beginning to happen. Because he said this thing, that these people called Fulanis, that they have nothing good to offer. The only thing they know about is how to buy people. That is their mentality. And that is why you see what is happening today. Anywhere they enter, that place will never remain the same. Look at what is happening in Enugu State. From the day that the so-called governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, announced that they are going to legalize ranching, or they are going to be ranching, and they will have people to supervise them and tell them where to go and where not to go. Who have that time? That is the mistake we are making. You are trying to accommodate people that will turn back to buy you. I mean, to make your life miserable. Since the announcement of that thing that, oh, now they have accepted that they're going to build a ranch for them, you direct them where to go. I mean, there have been more killings, more than what have been happening in Enugu State since the inception of this very so-called Peter Mbasa regime or administration. Nobody bothered to ask why. Smart enough, they will tell you farmers and headers crash. For crying out loud, how can a farmer in his own ancestral land be having a clash with somebody who came from how many millions miles away into his own farmland with AK-47 and a farmer barely with a gun and a hoe? You call it a farmer clash, and they will massacre people and go scot-free because the so-called 1999 constitution and the government of Nigeria allowed that to happen. And nobody asking questions. That is what Peter Mba is trying to bring to the people of Biafrans. The people, whenever they enter, that place will never remain the same. Because they must surely want to occupy that land by fire, by force, whether you like it or not. Then tomorrow, it will be in the headline, farmer and headers clash in Enugu State. How? We don't share borders with you. There's no anyhow say we will come all the way from the north. Do you know how many miles away? Do you know how many hours? Then you come to my own land to drag land with me, and you call it a farmers and headers clash. Is that not madness? Biafra all the way. My happiness this morning when I saw this news, I was overwhelmed with joy because something must surely happen for everybody to wake up. And the real Hausas, the real owners of the Northerners, have woken up from their sleeping slumber to demand that they give deadline to the Fulanis to leave their land. If there's any way they are going to occupy again, but certainly not the North. You see all these people, you see what they are doing. Because they have already known their time is up. They already know that the expiry date is very close. That is why you see they are fighting people of the Middle Belt, Plateau, Benue, to take over their land. The clash in Benue State have never stopped. They have never quenched till today. It is from one killing or the other. You can never hear where they said they kill any Fulanis in a Benue State. Exactly what I said earlier. At the middle of at the dead of the night, when people are sleeping, that is when you see these people invade people's land, burn their houses. Some people have been burnt inside their own house, in their own ancestral land. And tomorrow, the headline will be farmers and headers crash. How? That I'm sleeping in my own house. You came and they put fire with AK-47 while I'm armless. That's nothing. I mean, nothing to defend myself with it. Then the so-called brown envelope nonsense Nigerian media houses will say farmers and header clash. How did they clash? The people who came to take over my land by force. Instead of them to report the thing the way they are, the way things are, the real truth about it, they say farmers and headers clash. People from Niger, from Mali, from Burkina Faso, will come to Nigeria and be dragging land, and the government of the day did not say anything bad about it. They will name it farmers and headers clash. Who does that? How do we get to this point? They are penetrating the southeast little by little. Our so-called elders and governors and parastatals and all the people who are representing the people, all the politicians who are representing the people both in federal, state, and local level, they are not saying anything simply because all their families have been secured. Forgetting that when they take over your land, when they take over your land, that you live in UK, you have houses in United States of America, they give you their passport, my dear. Does that make you a citizen? They can revoke that passport because you are not barely their citizen. They can revoke it. Look at what's happening to one Ghanaian man. After 42 years in living in UK, maybe he don't even know the road to his house again, if there is any in Ghana. An African, they woke up morning and right in his face and told him that, my dear, you are not a British citizen. It is time you look for your way. So all these are our so-called what do they call it? All these are our so-called politicians who are bent on developing other countries, buying houses, mansions, skyscrapers, on other things in other people's country, and they will give you passport. Tomorrow they can revoke it because you are not their indigent. That's the simple truth. Even if you are being born there, any day they decide, they will tell you your DNA shows that you are an African, that we are doing you a favor. Go back to your land. So all this building of houses every now and then, thinking that, oh, you are covered because you are buying house there. If they wake up tomorrow, a government can come and probe you that you are a corrupt government official. Where did you get all this money? You open your mouth and close, and they will confiscate everything and send you back to your home. You go and face the real challenges of life, what you created before you left the country. Let us wake up. Let us wake up. The Biafrans, I'm not talking to Nigeria, I'm not talking to the Northerners. If the Northerners like, let them do what? Let them wake up. If they don't like, up to them. But let us wake up. If you're thinking that everything is okay, everything is not okay. The Northerners are pursuing these people, and where they want to take refuge now is in our own land, simply because most of the governors have been they have forced them to be there to do their biddings of the Fulanis. Because from the day, even during the military era, all the whole leaders of Nigeria, both the military, the one under military and the one under civilian rule, called a democracy, no any single Hausa have ever ruled Nigeria. All is Fulanis and Kanuris. It shock you. It might interest you to know that these people are few, but they control the affairs of that zoo called Nigeria. Tell me any emir in the whole of the north. How many states in the north? Tell me any emir there that is a real Hausa, if not Fulani. There is not. There is none. Not even a single one. Tell me all the whole rulers that have ruled Nigeria from that north that is a real Hausa, if not Fulanese. Forget about Yakubu Gowon. Yakubu Gowon is middle belt and a Christian. And I can tell you, for real truth, you can fact check me, that Hausas are never Muslims. They are traditional worshippers and Christians. The Muslim you see are flying today is from 18th century, that when these Fulanis entered the Hausas, the Hausa land, and colonized them through what they call knacking missionary. Let me use that word so that YouTube will not barricade this video. They use what they call knacking missionary, because the real Fulanis, if you see Fulani, if you see a Fulani man, have you seen all these Ethiopians? That's how they look. Very handsome. So they went on a missionary of knacking missionary, knacking the Hausa ladies, inserting that they are what do I call it? Let me use a derogatory word. Inserting that their Muslim mentality, their own Muslim mentality is never to occupy. They don't want to live with anybody. Anywhere they enter, they want to live alone. Anywhere they enter, they want to live alone. In other words, the occupants of that land must surely vacate for them, or they will buy everybody and rename it to their own name. And that is the simple truth. And that's the mistake that our people are making. All these things that they are seeing they are doing in the southeast, we might not be alive to see what is going to happen, but in the future, remember when these people conquered the northerners since 18th century. So now they have started in this 21st century. They want to conquer the south. And if nothing is done, if we did not chase these people out, my dear, in the nearest future, remember, reincarnation is real, so that you will not be reincarnated in the midst of the wicked, the wicked visitors, who will not even allow you to practice your own religion, who will not allow you to do anything, if not whatever they forced on you. Reincarnation is real. If you go, you are coming back. That is how this world has been created. If you are thinking that once you are gone forever, my dear, you are making a mistake. You are making a mistake. This is the secret that the pastors will not tell you. They will only tell you and not to live a life so that when you go to heaven, where is that heaven? Where is that hell? If there's any place that is called heaven, do you think that the white man will even their 1 million generation will have occupied that area? There's no place for a black man. If a white man should come out now and tell you that anything that is bad is black, then anything that is good is white. People who barricade you to enter their country will show you way to heaven. Where is that heaven? Do you think that heaven and earth is, heaven and the hell, where they are talking, is on this earth? You are living well. You are doing amazingly well. You live in a heavy mansion. When you wake up in the morning, only the aroma of your environment can make you to live longer. My dear, that is your heaven. We suffer on this earth. You suffer so far from your date of birth, the day that you are giving birth to you, until the last day you leave this earth. My dear, can you tell me where is that? Is there any hell that is more than that one? Is there any hell? What kind of hell again do you want to experience? And the pastor will be gathering all the whole wealth, building all the whole mansions, buying all the whole private jets. But they are preaching to you, they are gullible followers, that there is heaven, but their own heaven is on earth. And you didn't ask yourself a question. When you say this now, some people will come and attack me. Why must you say that? That's not my anointing. Can't you face your this thing? Oku na ebuto oku. I know where I'm going. Oku na ebuto oku. I'm talking about the incarnation, which the pastors have been hiding from their members for a very long time. Let me tell you, let me bust your bubble. All these pastors gathering all this wealth, don't you think that they know that they are in incarnation, they are coming back, so that when they are coming back, they will not come back as a pooper. They will always want to come back to where they have made the wealth, so that they will be pampered. If it may shock you, maybe you never hear about this before, but that is simple truth. If there's any place called heaven, the pastors will not be buying all this. They will like to buy the private jet, go and keep it there. They will go there to build all those mansions and prepare it very well before they are coming. Sanwo-Olu still alive, but his tomb have already been in a Ikoyi cemetery, prepared and well garnished, where he will be laid to rest. And a happening that will make it fasten his coming back to earth. Reincarnation is real. So all of these, our governors, our senators, or whoever that is doing, at least let me make a better life for my people when I go, so that they will enjoy life. And you keep on buying houses all the whole world. And you think where you are going to reincarnate, you are going to reincarnate there. My dear, you are coming back to your where you have been exited from. Oh. Yes. You get the point now. So that's what the thing doing. That's what the thing take be. Why do I say all this? I'm saying all this because our so-called governors, senators, House of Rep members, and etc. None is doing what they're supposed to do. What about our security personnel? I'm talking about the likes of Biafran Liberation Army, Eastern Security Network, and other ones. What are they doing? As fast as possible, we need to chase Fulanis out of Biafra land. Otherwise, in future, our future generation will not find it funny. Don't say that I don't talk too much. My dear, as they do me aside, they talk, because now so much of they kind of have been voicing this thing for a very long time. Nobody gets to listen, but now everything done. If that Gahili Gadoki, everything they say, all is as plain like this white that I'm wearing. I am starting now to shout my own, but I'm not an activist. I'm only passing the information, very vital information. Please, my fellow Biafrans, let us not tolerate it, because the Fulanis are guests, wicked guests that will never want the people who accommodate them to live. If you welcome a Fulani man in your house, I can tell you, in the next 24 hours, my dear, you have gone to 6 feet, and he will occupy that house and the land. And invite others. That is how they do. You welcome a one Hausa man today, he will destroy the whole family and multiply himself by hundreds so that they will have the required number to carry out the dastardly act on that very community. It have happened. It is still happening. Benue State can never rest until the day they will chase these people out of their vicinity. Otherwise, they will keep on losing men. They will keep on losing their future generation. Because very soon, you will find out that Benue State will be named a Fulani state. Very, very soon. Because the killings, the number of people that have been killed on that place, the number of people that have been displaced, that are living in IDPs, internally displaced persons, in their own country, in their own ancestral land, all their land and houses and their farmlands have been taken over by Fulanis while they are languishing in IDPs. But they will have a government who cannot do anything about it. Because their 1999 constitution allows them to carry arms, while others will be on the defense side with empty-handed. It shock you, Abby? Let it not shock you, my dear. That's what the thing take be. Anyway, my wonderful people, will be like I don't talk too much today and Saturday. And I hope say, how far now? How on a night? How the Friday doing? I hope say everything there, everything there as it was planned. Anyway, my wonderful people, now here me I go take back break you. This one I just early Saturday morning broadcast. I just say make I drop this one because if I say it, the thing it itch my ear. The thing just do me click for ear. The thing is itching. It is itching on my ears. That's why I said no. I must surely drop this message here. Let everybody know what is happening. Let everybody know the dangers ahead of welcoming Fulanis in our land. Atoeze and Soludo are busy doing their own in Anambra State. Simply because Atoeze is preparing Soludo to go and run for presidency. Simply because Soludo wants to solidify his second term in office. Look at what is happening in Anambra State. Look at the kind of ruling that so-called Soludo, who is busy criticizing Peter Obi and leave Obiano that he's supposed to criticize, who is his predecessor. Can you imagine that? And they are now building a secret ranch in Anambra State to welcome the Fulanis. My people, it's teaching time saves 9, but this one cannot only save 9, it will save 1 million. And the word is enough for a wise. If we keep on like this, my dear, just know that our future generation is in danger. Very, very danger. Arrow medremeo. My people, I beg you, make on help me share, like, comment, and make sure you subscribe to Okute Daily Talk. My name still remains Amandia Neze, reporting live from this side. So enjoy your night or enjoy your day anywhere where you're there. I don't know whether it is morning or afternoon or midnight in your own side watching me. But the God Almighty bless you in this weekend, my dear. No any evil shall befall you or your families. You shall be the head and not the tail. As long as you have anything doing, may the gods of our land prosper the works of your hand. Bless you at every point of your need. And so shall it be. Oh yeah, now make on enjoy on a Saturday. If you are still sleeping, enjoy your sleep. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. Oh, I love you all. Thank you for the ones who are still awake to hear this important notice. But do not forget, you need to share this message. Share it, otherwise I will not come live again. Oh yeah, now bye bye, my people. Catch you next.